Everyone thinks Dr. Phil is just helping people, but he's been hiding a dark secret from us for years. Welcome back to The Screen Cinema. Today we're going to cover that secret. Number 8. He has insulted the mentally ill. Dr. Phil, just like any other doctor, is all about helping people. When it comes to talking about mental illness, however, you might be surprised to learn he hasn't been the most sensitive about it. In one interview with a 19-year-old girl called Victoria, Phil was helping her through an obsession with her ex-boyfriend, but became hung up on her use of the word insane in her initial letter to him. He reassured the girl that she wasn't insane because insane people suck on rocks and bark at the moon. This comment comes across slightly hurtful considering he is supposed to help people with disorders, obsessions, etc.
In the belly.
That's because I have a baby on the way as well. I just mentioned that.
The 2-year-old.
Number 7, he's been sued quite a lot. It's not unusual for someone like Dr. Phil to be at the receiving end of a lawsuit every now and again. In one such lawsuit, a lady named Janet Harris accused Phil's dog of biting her and causing an infection. Another case revolves around his treatment of 2 men suspected in the disappearance of Natalie Holloway. This was a young woman who disappeared in 2005. The men claimed that their interview was edited in such a way that it made them appear guilty. Perhaps the weirdest lawsuit deals with Shirley Ray Dio, a woman who claims she was brainwashed by Dr. Phil and forced to do disturbing things.
So you eat out a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make food at home, but then
Number 6, the show has been accused of giving substances to guests. There have been several guests on Dr. Phil who look for help in treating their substance abuse issues. They are often promised free rehabilitation programs paid for by the show. Some have claimed, however, that their substance abuse was facilitated for the benefit of series ratings. One such guest, Todd Herzog, said he came to the set sober but then found a bottle of vodka in his dressing room. He then drank the entire bottle and was brought onto the stage, barely able to walk. Dr. Phil then breathalyzed him and he registered a .236 BAC, which is more than 3 times the legal driving limit. Similar stories involve guests being provided with Xanax and other drugs by staff members.
The G-Wagon. Why do you need a
I really
G-Wagon?
like the way it looks. I've wanted one for over 2 years now. Every time I see them, you see so many of them near my house. And
Number 5, the show paid the bill for someone accused of kidnapping. In 2008, 8 people in Polk County, Florida beat someone up and filmed the incident. They were all arrested and charged with kidnapping and misdemeanor charges. Bail was set between $30,000 and $37,000. The producers were so keen to get one of these people on the show, they decided to help one of them out of there with their bail. According to a representative on the show, they would normally help people financially to get them on the air. This went a bit beyond the usual guidelines, posting a $30,000 bill for Mercedes Nichols. When this discrepancy came to light, they canceled the interview.
Now you say you watch me and you take notes. Well, take this note. Okay. You don't have to go to college. It may.
Number 4, there was going to be a Britney Spears special. Luckily these days, Britney Spears is back to her usual self and is doing very well. Back in 2008, she had a bit of a difficult time, going into a barber shop and shaving off her head. Later, when confronted by the paparazzi, she attacked a car with an umbrella. Trying to capitalize on her very public breakdown, Dr. Phil established a relationship with Spears' parents, planning a special intervention type show that was supposed to help Britney. Spears' parents ended up pulling the plug, accusing McGraw of exploiting their daughter's poor emotional state. They felt he was being self-serving and had little to no interest in helping their daughter, so they canceled the program completely.
Is above your pay grade. I do think he is very immature. I think.
Number 3, he has tweeted some pretty shady things. Celebrities are no strangers to a controversial tweet or two. Back in 2013, Dr. Phil posted a particularly insensitive tweet when he asked his 1.2 million followers, "If a girl is drunk, is it okay to have relations with her? Reply yes or no." It was almost immediately taken down, but Dr. Phil still got some pretty serious stick about it. The show defended the tweet, indicating it was meant to evoke a discussion leading into a topic for the show. Taken on its own, the tweet suggests it might be okay for someone to take advantage of a drunk person.
That I will get him the professional help to do that. But I have also told him that that is contingent.
Number 2, he ran a stop sign and hit a pedestrian. Nothing to do with the show, as such, but Dr. Phil once approached a stop sign with a crosswalk but then failed to stop. Instead, he plowed right into Terrence Benbury, a professional bodybuilder. Benbury was riding his skateboard across the crosswalk and posted to his Instagram after it happened. Dr. Phil doesn't move his car this morning. I filed a police report and injury waiting for the due process. In fairness to Phil, he did get out of his car and make sure the guy was okay.
Snap, it only makes sense. Now, in today's video, these kinds of guests are exactly what we're going to be talking about. To be honest, after
Number 1, he allegedly locked an employee in a tiny room. Leah Rothman was a longtime segment director of the Dr. Phil Show, and in 2015, she filed a lawsuit against McGraw for false imprisonment and emotional distress. Allegedly, McGraw called employees to the office, locked them in a guarded room, and yelled at them for leaking info to the press. While the show vehemently denied the accusations, Rothman had compelling evidence, a brief video clip from the show's archive showing the behavior in question. There was just one problem. A judge refused to let the video be entered into evidence, citing a copyright issue as the cause of the ban. Phil McGraw won the case.
Girl's name?
2-year-old, still in the belly. Still in the belly, we don't know yet.
Okay. And what's the 5-year-old's name?
That's Mason.
This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.